These are some of the hardest bosses on Skyblock, having hundreds of millions of HP and dealing thousands of damage per second, and I'm going to defeat all of them with no armor. But why? Well, a few months ago, my guildmates and even my co-op were making fun of me, saying that I got carried, that I had no skills, that I had no bitches, which is kinda true, but that's not the point. The point is, I had to prove them wrong. So I decided to make this video. Only a small issue though, I'm actually bad at the game. And I can barely solo tier 4 with armor. So how am I supposed to solo every boss with no armor? Well, sit back, relax, and I will show you how I mastered every slayer out there. Before I get naked in front of some black hard men, let me tell you something. Even at level 3 non with aspect of the end can solo win a spider slayer. Those aren't even a challenge. I mean, a zealot can deal more damage than them. So the first challenge of this video will probably be the Revenant horror, because its TNT would one-tap you if you have no armor. And I have two choices to defeat that. One, to dodge it like a Chad, or two, to spam Endstone Sword for damage reduction. I'll let you decide which one I chose. So I used Enderman sword, which is a little, just a tiny bit overpowered. It basically gives you a ton of damage reduction and damage boost, and the only problem is that it uses all of your mana. So I will have to get more mana for harder bosses. Now that I killed Spider Wolf and Revenant horror bosses with no armor, all that's left is Blaze and Enderman. I am not going to do Vampire Slayer. It's too hard and it takes actual skills. I'm sorry. Anyways, future trusted here. This might sound weird, but Blaze is way easier than Enderman. Like, a lot easier. I died so many times trying to solo Void Golem Seraphs. But anyways, back to the video. Blaze is much simpler than you might expect. There's a bunch of phases that you need to hit with your daggers. And depending on your attunement, they cycle back, so memorize them pretty quickly. Considering I have experience killing these bosses, it was a lot easier to handle them.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Until I face a tiny problem. You see, the boss itself doesn't deal melee damage like other bosses, but he does spawn two demons at 60 and 30% health. And man, those demons hurt so much. You will get one-tapped by them so easily if you don't have a lot of HP. Speaking of HP, I don't have a lot of HP. Dead Streaks did solo a tier 4 Blaze with no armor, but that guy has super max everything, like has max skills, max gear. Anyways, I even tried to farm a bit, raise my farming level for health, but that I gave up 5 minutes later. So I guess I'll have to use the best strat out there, which is Endstone Sword, yay! Anyways, I faced another problem with Endstone Sword. I didn't have enough mana. I was using vitality equipment to keep me alive. So yeah, I need another plan. And that plan is to use a safe spot like a coward. Just kidding, I'm a giga Chad. I will never use it. Actually, I tried using it once and I got it first try. So it is pretty easy if you use the safe spot. But I wanted to emulate my friend to do something no one except the top 1% can do. So I kept dying and dying and dying, but I never gave up until this finally happened. And with that, I finally beaten the second hardest boss on this list. Now, it's time for the hardest boss ever. But before we continue with this video, if we reach 10,000 subscribers before March, I will solo every dungeon floor with no armor and even Kudra, except tier 5. Back to the video. Now the last boss is Void Glomes, which has 260 million HP and deals 20k damage. So yeah, this will be pretty hard, considering that 99% of players die to this boss daily with armor. So I'm here for quite a bit of time. I actually spent a whole fucking month trying to solo tier 4 Enderman. And then when I asked my co-op about it, because my co-op already did it with no armor, he said that you can't do it without Jerry Mayer. So basically, I wasted 100 hours of my fucking life just to not realize that I needed Jerry. No, it's fine. Please subscribe. Anyhow, you might be wondering that if I spent a whole month dying to this boss, why didn't I give up? I knew Jerry was close, so I waited for Jerry. And this is why the video took so long to make. Anyways, now it's Redemption arc, baby. The first boss I spawned during Jerry, I got it to 30 million HP. Something I never did before. And then I died. I kept trying. I always died during the last phase. I thought I was doomed to failure. Will my friends keep making fun of me? I think I should kill myself. But then I remembered wise words from a man.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
I could not give up right now, not after everyone saw me die countless times in the end, not after I told everyone I'm making a video about this. So I kept trying, and then this happened. I was now free. I told my guild and co-op I did it, but no one cares. I just wasted my life. Subscribe.